Right. I do believe that I am live. I'm live on Instagram and I'm live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. What's up, y'all? It's your intrepid songwriter chronicling my adventures as a songwriter because seriously, who does that? Nobody does that. Nobody's out here trying to tell you what it's really like being a songwriter except me. All right. Now, the first thing I want to tell you is that I just got a check. I just got an ASCAP check. So I got some ASCAP royalties, and I was super excited. How was that a bad day? Every time you see that check pop up in your account, or if you get a paper check or whatever, from some royalties from some music you wrote a long time ago, but it's still paying you royalties. How was that a bad day? That's a good day. So I got that check today. Woke up to that surprise. I say it's a good day. Okay. Now, before I get into today's topic, I want to tell you why I do these videos and why I do these lives. The business side of the music industry is made up of very complex issues. There's no way for me to cover every possible scenario in my videos and in my live streams. So I'm giving you foundational stuff, but I can't cover every situation. So what I've set up is an opportunity for you to book a session with me, a one-on-one session with me, so I can give you time so we can discuss each one of your issues in detail and how it applies to your situation. Because every issue doesn't apply to every situation equally. So what you need to do is you need to go to my website, theintrepid.songwriter.com, theintrepid.songwriter.com, and click on Hire Me. Okay, click on Hire Me. You can book time in 30-minute increments up to 2 hours per session. And I will personally walk you through whatever you need. So that's theintrepid.songwriter.com, and click on Hire Me and book yourself a session. Okay? Because what you need is that personal one-on-one time. What you need is that personal connection, because you need to see how these principles apply to your individual situation. Okay? And that's not possible for me to do in my videos or my live streams. So book a session today. Okay, today's topic, what today's video is about, is you learning about your best friend. If you write songs, but more specifically, if you co-write songs. Now, if you write by yourself, then what you need to know about is all of your registrations to be sure you get all of your money. But if you co-write, like you make a beat and then somebody else does the lyrics, or vice versa, or you have a songwriting session where you do all that, like in a group situation with 2 or 3 or 4 writers, okay, then I need to teach you about your best friend. And your best friend, if you co-write, is something called a split sheet. A split sheet. I am amazed at the number of songwriters that co-write songs but don't use a split sheet. That is a huge mistake, and I'm going to show you why. Okay? The reason that a split sheet is your best friend is because they allow you to capture all the pertinent information you need in every co-writing session. Okay? All the pertinent information that you need must be captured in every session. Okay? And I'll give you the 2 main reasons why you need a split sheet. Reason number 1, your money has to be able to find you. Lord have mercy. We're the only industry that I know of, we're the only type of work that I know of where we always have to be sure we fight to get paid. Because your money has to find you. If you don't know anything about how you get paid, like I started off this video talking about the ASCAP check I got. Yeah, it was for music that was used last year. So I got some money today for royalties that were generated in 2022. See, our pay cycle is very, very different in the music industry. Some of it comes in quarters, some of it comes every 6 months, some of it comes once a year, some of it comes all at once, one time, like advances if you're an artist, or like sync royalties, whatever. Some of that stuff just comes, all at once, but it's not a regular 9 to 5. You get paid every 2 weeks, or you get paid on the 15th and the 30th. Music money does not work that way. So you better hear me carefully, because I don't want you to end up being one of those people that work and work and work, and you wonder why you still broke. Your money has to find you. Maybe nobody ever told you that, but that's what I'm here for. Your money got to find you. If you are untraceable as the writer of a song, when it's time for your royalty checks, you will never receive them. You'll never see them. For example, this is just ASCAP alone, just ASCAP, because ASCAP is just performance royalties. Did you know that ASCAP has upwards of estimated about $10 million a year that they can't pay out? $10 million a year in ASCAP royalties alone that they cannot pay out. Do you know why? Because they can't find the songwriters. I'm not kidding. They can't find the songwriters. The songwriters are unregistered. I want you to just let that hit. $10 million a year. That's money that could be in your hand, in your bank account, that you're not getting because they can't find you. That's the number one reason you need a split sheet. Your money got to be able to find you, all of your money. Number one. Here comes number two. Number two is, if you are co-writing, if you don't make it clear up front who wrote what when it comes to the song, I guarantee you one or more of your songwriting partners is going to try to claim more of the song than they actually wrote. They're going to try to get a greater percentage than they actually deserve. Your bass player is going to be like, well, if you think about it, I really wrote the bass line and the hook and the melody. And if you don't have anything in writing that says different, then it's just going to be their word against yours. If that song blows up, everybody that was in the room at the time of the writing is going to try to get a piece of it. And they're going to try to take as much of it as they can. That's why you have to use a split sheet, which helps you write down at the time of writing who wrote the beat, who wrote how much of the beat, who wrote the lyrics, who wrote how much of the lyrics, your PROs, ASCAP, BMI, CSAC, stuff like that. What is the time and the date of the writing? That's why you have to have a split sheet. You've got to get those details on paper up front as soon as you finish the songwriting session, or if you've already decided on your splits, you still have to write it down and sign it. Also, if you're going to use samples, you must clear samples, but you must write down on the split sheet who used the sample, where you got it from. That means the original artist and the original album or single that you got that sample from. You have to write that down in the songwriting session, because if you don't, and that track blows up, then somebody is going to try to claim more of the royalties than they deserve. That'll just happen once you put it on YouTube. If you've got a monetized YouTube channel and you put your song out on YouTube and you start getting ad revenue and you start getting streaming revenue, then somebody's going to try to take more of that than they deserve if you don't have a split sheet. So reason number one, your money has to find you. Music money is not like a regular job. Okay, it's got to find you, number one. Number two, if you're co-writing in that session, somebody's going to try to claim more of the song than they actually wrote, especially if the track blows up. Okay, so here is the best news all day. The best news all day is I'm going to give you a professional split sheet for free. One more time, I'm going to give you a professional split sheet for free. What do I mean about it being a professional split sheet? I mean, it covers all, it covers all the bases. It covers everything that you need to know in terms of the title, the date, your co-writers. There's a page for up to 4 writers, your identifying information, your PRO affiliations. I've even got MRO affiliations on mine. Nobody else does that. Okay, so here's what you're going to do. To get your professional split sheet for free because I'll explain to you why you need to use them. Go to my website, theintrepid.songwriter.com, THEINTREPIDSONGWRITER.com, theintrepid.songwriter.com, and click on free stuff. I have a tab right at the top of my page that says free stuff. Click on free stuff and you'll see a link that says split sheets. Now, while you're there, feel free to download all the other stuff too. I've got free Pro Tools templates. I've got free plugins for your DAW, but there's a link there that says split sheets. So go there right now, click on free stuff, and click on the tab that says split sheets, and you can download a professional split sheet for free. Now, I'm going to give you a bonus tip before we wrap up this video for today. Bonus tip. Bonus is always get a handwritten signature. So if there are 3 of you in the room and 3 people that worked on the song, what you do is print out 3 blank split sheets, and everybody fills them out, each one, and everybody signs each one. That way you have an original handwritten signature on your copy of the split sheet. What you do not do is fill out one and then make photocopies. That is not what you want. Okay? You want an original hand-signed copy. So again, you print out however many blank copies you need for however many writers are participating. Each one of y'all fill out the full split sheet and then you sign it. So when you leave that session, you have an original hand-signed copy by every writer involved in that session. Do not just fill out one and then make photocopies. That's not what you want. People always ask me, do you have to get it notarized? No, you don't have to. You can, but you don't have to. But you do need to get a handwritten signature. Now, immediately, I know what you're going to ask me. You're going to say, Intrepid Songwriter, what if we're working remotely? What if we're writing that song like on a Zoom chat or something? Good question. Here's what you do. You get the PDF. You get a digital signature on the PDF because you can sign right on PDFs. You get a digital signature first and email that to everybody, but then you print one out and then you hand sign it and then you have to physically mail that. Always insist on an original hand signed copy. So again, if you're working remotely, get the PDF and digitally sign it because you can put your digital signature on there and then email that to everybody. That's what we start out with. So at least we have that. But then you must physically print out the copy, fill it all out with your portion, and then hand sign it, and then make sure you mail it to everybody else. Because again, you need something with an original handwritten signature on it. Okay? All right. That's it for today. Don't forget to go to my website to book your sessions. When you want to book your session, click on Hire Me, and you will see your options there, and you will see the time slots available. And also go to Free Stuff and click on Split Sheets, and you can download a professional split sheet that covers all the bases to be sure that everything is covered when you write a song. Okay? That way, number one, your money can find you because you're doing your registrations. You're talking about where am I registered for my PRO and my MRO. And number two, so that none of your co-writers can be claiming that they actually wrote more of the song than they did. Because if you don't have split sheets with handwritten signatures, they will. Okay? I'm here to teach you all the stuff I wish they taught me when I first started out. All right? If you have any questions, leave it for me in the comments on Instagram, or leave it for me in the comments, tweet me back on Twitter, or put comments under my YouTube video for this one entitled Your Best Friend if you have any questions. All right? That's it for this week. I'll see you next Friday. Intrepid Songwriter, out.